Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show! Hello, gang. How are you doing? This is a cheat segment. I am recording this as a lead-in to a standard Saturday show that is going to now air through the audio platforms, 25 plus, of Constitutionalist Podcasts. What was formerly a CTP video exclusive that I feel needs to go out as a regular show. So bear that in mind when recorded. It was a video exclusive. So the dates, it could be from a month ago. It could be from a couple months ago. So bear that in mind when you hear things regarding time frames. It may be from a while ago, so particular references may be a little dated. And this segment of cheat, right? I'm recording it. I'll be using it with several video exclusives turned Saturday episodes. Without further ado, let's get on with the show! This video is DataCenters 3, or DataCenters Update. As new information comes in, we have to understand we might have to pivot. I have to backpedal a little. I have to update a little bit. I have to pivot from data centers to video. I was talking about traditional cooling of computer system rooms, server rooms, whatnot. Generally, they are Freon-like based cooling, air-cooled systems. However, I am learning now, and I haven't seen all the details. I would like someone to lay out the details for me. More modern concept for cooling data center server farms is somehow a water-based system. Now, as a former IT guy, electronics and water don't mix. So, first thought, really stupid idea. Now, of course, well, water will be in pipes and pipes burst. So, really stupid idea. Putting that aside, now, is it more efficient? Some might argue it is. Is it cheaper? Most likely why they want to do that instead. But again, really stupid idea. Getting water anywhere near your electronic equipment. Even, what are you going to run the water through your walls or run the water through your floor? Even if in pipes, again, pipes can burst. You get water anywhere near them electronics and you got major problems. But again, I am speaking. We are all ignorant of that which we've yet to learn about. And I am ignorant of this water-based cooling concept as of now, as I am recording this. Honest and open with you about that. The other thing is, why is it an open loop water cooling system that it's going to use all this water, as opposed to a closed loop system where, yeah, it will initially take water, but then it just reuses the same water. So it isn't going to run up and use up all the water where a data center goes, which is what Data Center 2 video was about. This concept of it's going to use up all the electricity and run up electricity rates. I'll address that again in a second, but it uses a ton of water. Yeah, I'm concerned about that. I would be concerned. Why not use an antifreeze system? Now, what? Well, the computers do a lot of heat. There's no threat of them freezing. Yeah. Antifreeze coolant, like in your car, a closed loop system, antifreeze to make sure it doesn't freeze. Now, with data centers, except for like in cold, frigid states like Michigan, I'm in, the general threat of it freezing is slim, but it has to be accounted for to make sure it will circulate when needed. But the coolant aspect of it is what we're talking about here and needed here, right? Your antifreeze slash coolant in your car is meant to keep your car from overheating. Data centers, a lot of heat. You want to prevent the servers from overheating. As a former IT guy, I've been in a computer room when the AC went out and the room 98 degrees, and somehow the computer's still running, but might seize up and stop at any minute. And us running fans to try to the doors and windows open, which you normally don't do in a computer room, to try to funnel the heat out. At any rate, back to cooling. When they do work, use a closed loop coolant like an antifreeze in your car system. You're not using up water. Well, that liquid might be expensive, and it's still a liquid. It's a really bad idea. The general concept is not a good concept. Getting any of that stuff anywhere near your electronics, just not a good idea. So the solution here is obvious. Even though conservatives don't like government meddling and regulations, sometimes to provide a compromise so that because I hate to break it to you, it's like 5G rollout and people constantly protesting. How well did that work for you? Did you stop the 5G rollout? No, you didn't. You're not going to stop most. You might stop some data centers from going into local municipalities near you, but you're not going to stop all the data centers from being built. So realistically, and this show is about dealing in things realistically, you're not going to stop them. So how is it best to mitigate your concerns? My concerns too, I don't want them using a bunch of water. I don't want them soaking up a ton of electricity. Solutions then become the question. Well, regulation, which we don't like, but as a compromise, requiring them, if they are to be built in the state of Michigan or whatever state you're, or the county you reside in, or the city you reside in order for them to be there, the local ordinance, the state regulation, or federal regulation require them to be freon like gas-based coolant, air cool systems. traditional computer room air cool systems. Require that. Problem solved on the water issue. Move on. Because you're not going to stop all the data centers. So what is the compromise? What can mitigate our concerns? What can we reach a reasonable solution so that it's a win-win-win all around? These data centers are coming. I want them air cooled. It may not, again, I don't know. I've not seen. If you're an engineer out there with these water cooled systems, present it to me. It's more efficient, it's more cost effective. It's not safe. Again, getting liquids anywhere near your electronics, as safe as you want to come. Oh, it'll all be in pipes. Pipes burst. Oh, anyway, so problem solved. Problem solved. Rather than being out there with your sign and whining and trying to block progress and the few jobs that will be created. Yes, that's the. Oh, I promise all these jobs. No. For a server farm, a computer room, you need a few operators. You need a few security guards securing. You need janitors to make sure the building stays clean. But it doesn't create a bunch of jobs. Sorry, not happening. That is a lie. So yes, dismissing the promise of the lunch, will it generate tax revenue for your municipality and your state? Yes. Especially if you're a high property tax state. It's going to generate all kinds of tax for your government. But that's certainly not a reason to support it. Oh, unless if, again, the data center is going to create X in taxes. So guess what? We're going to cut the equivalent X in taxes of your personal taxes. Oh, then it's a win-win. But of course, that's not what they're talking about. More money, more for the politicians to play with and spend. No relief for you. If there was a bit of an offset and some relief for us as citizens, then okay, a partial win-win for everybody. We could talk about that. We could potentially deal with that. So I address the cooling thing. And the other thing is politicians. I wanted to say, because this is part of the problem that brought me into this issue with data centers too. People, oh, it's going to use up a bunch of water. What? How? Why? You need to explain it to people like I just did. But the problem is politicians deal in sound bites. And far be it from me to defend politicians, but I'm going to in this. It's not necessarily always their fault, unless if they're invited on a show like mine or whatever, to have a 30-minute segment to deal more in depth in a topic. All they have is sound bites to deliver. So they're out using the scare tactic about it's going to use up all the water and have no time to explain it because of our TikTok X Twitter attention span, as I coined it years ago. All you have is on the news a 2-minute segment to get your sound bite point across. No chance to explain it to people. They want to move from air cooled to water cooled. How is that supposed to work? How is it? Is it indeed maybe cheaper for the data center, but it's not? And where are all you leftist environmentards, right? Oh my God, too much water being used, but you're silent on this all of a sudden, of course. So we can solve that problem. And the electricity issue, as in the original data center episode I did, we can mitigate some of that too. Again, I don't like regulation, but it's a workable compromise. It makes it workable and achievable in this situation. Data centers are big buildings. They got lots of roof space. Require them to generate at least some of their own electricity through solar panels and wind barrel turbine electrical generation systems on their roofs. So at least while the sun is shining and the wind is blowing, which is the problem with green energy. But again, all you green scammers out there wanting to peddle windmills and solar panels as a solution to energy. No, the wind doesn't always blow and the sun doesn't always shine. But this at least, as a regulation requiring them to do that, would mitigate some of the concerns about the electrical consumption and the drain on the grid, which is already in shambles and a problem, and available energy production not necessarily able to ramp up to meet the needs. Oh, pardon me. In this situation, solar panels and wind drum barrels are more efficient than the windmills, and they don't kill birds. Solutions. I'm about solutions. And this can mitigate our concerns. So let's work to solutions, because you're not going to stop all the data centers. I hate to break it to you. They're coming. What, rather than moaning and whining, and you're going to lose, what can you realistically work towards to mitigate your concerns rather than just be a constant whiner? Endlessly whining, just opposing, providing no solutions. And I say that to the politicians also that are out there. I oppose all data centers. What are your solutions? What are your alternatives? Don't just be against something. What is your policy prescription to help deal with and at least partially solve a problem or an issue? Enough whining and complaining. What are your potential solutions? I have laid some out here. I still don't want necessarily a data center put several blocks over from me in my city. There's open space. One could go there. I don't necessarily want one there, but if one tries to move in, my likelihood of stopping it is zero. Next to zero, right? Because there are far too many politicians getting their palms greased. Let's be realistic. So while there are politicians trying to stop it, there are all kinds of politicians getting their palms greased or just want the extra tax revenue coming in. They don't care about the electrical drain or the water waste potential, which I have provided at least potential alternatives and partial solutions to. They don't care about any of that as long as their home is being greased. I know it, you know it, we all know it. So you're not stopping them everywhere. You may win on occasion here or there and keep it out of community X, and it moves to community Z instead. You're not stopping them, just like the 5G rollout. You didn't stop it. You're not stopping this. Reality. Can you deal in reality? All right, I'm going to stop rambling now. I hope I covered everything I wanted to here, but I, as full disclosure, didn't have all the information that I talked about when I made Data Center 2, so this update was required. As new information comes in, as I learn, I adjust and adapt. Problem is, a whole lot of people will not attempt to adjust or adapt. They just whine and moan. I'm done. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all.
Hey, gang, a short segue segment here to announce, yes, I will be going into another song of mine, but an invitation first to join the remix contest. What do you get? Well, nothing. There's no winners, but there's no losers either. And Suno, you can remix songs. Well, I wrote States of Confusion. Well, actually, let me back up. Yes, I wrote States of Confusion. I'm confusing things here now. I've also remixed a few tunes others created. They had open for remixing. But what I'm presenting here, I am hoping some people will engage in the remix opportunity for my States of Confusions creation, where I have fun with the states. Mock the names. Texas remix, Mish again, Mass Hysteria for Massachusetts, Illinois for Illinois, the State of Misery for Missouri, just tongue-in-cheek, fun, but with serious undertones. So please check out at tinyurl.com/JLD on Suno, States of Confusion, either the original quasi-country version or the States of Confusion Texas remix, which is a thrash metal harsh song, but remix the song and add a mock of your state in the remix. Like, what did I South Dakota or South Nogota, John Thune the Loon from South Nogota, or Arizongo, I don't know. What? Have some fun. Meant to be tongue-in-cheek. So at any rate, I'm going to play both the original country version, and then we'll get to the States of Confusion Texas remix. Have a good one.
Welcome to the States of Confusion. US of A. United we sit, where once we used to stand, all playing different tunes, no longer the same band. land of the free and the taxed. Harvard elite sipping lattes, telling us how we should act. From Boston to Cambridge, it's all mass hysteria. Protests in streets while they're counting their hysteria. Yelling about tolerance, but cancel you quick if you disagree. Welcome to the People's Republic of Do As I Say, not as we. We're living in the states of confusion, coast to coast it's the same. Red states, blue states, everybody playing the blame game. From sea to shining sea, it's one big comedy. States of confusion, Lord, have mercy on me. Drive through Missouri, show me state turned state of misery. Gateway Arc standing tall over meth labs and barbecue misery. Kansas City stakes, but the heartland's feeling the squeeze. Flyover country getting forgotten while the coasts do as they please. Show me the money, show me the job, show me where the hope went. 'Cause right now Missouri's just one long state of misery lament. Then there's California, sorry, I mean California dream, where the stars all glitter and the taxes make you scream. Silicon Valley billionaires preaching save the planet from their jets, while homeless tents line the sidewalks and the middle class just forgets. Legal weed in the morning, illegal everything by night. California where the sun shines bright, but the future ain't right. Now back to my own backyard, the great Mick again. Once Motor City muscle, now rust and regret on the brain. Detroit went bankrupt, but the taxes still keep on rising. Politicians promise jobs while the factories keep on closing. Great Lakes glisten, but the economy's in the tank. Mike again, yeah, we're trying real hard, but we just keep falling back. And don't get me started on Illinois, the state of Illinois. Chicago corruption running deep like that deep dish void. Politicians grinning while the taxes keep on rising high. Windy City blowing smoke, making honest folks wanna cry. Springfield to the suburbs, everybody's getting fleeced. Illinois as hell, yeah, this state's a straight up beast. We're living in the states of confusion, from mass hysteria to California's shore. State of misery in the middle, Mick again, and Illinois forevermore. Red, blue, purple, we're all confused as can be. States of confusion, but it's still the land of the free. Lord have mercy, states of confusion. Yeah, that's now status of the people weak.
Welcome to the states of confusion. U.S. of A., united we sit, where once we used to stand, all playing different tunes, no longer the same band. Woke up in Massachusetts, land of the free and the tax. Harvard elite sipping lattes, telling us how we should act. From Boston to Cambridge, it's all mass hysteria. Protests in the streets while they're counting their hysteria. Yelling about tolerance, but can't cancel you quick if you disagree. Welcome to the People's Republic of do as I say. Not as we're living in the states of confusion. Coast to coast it's the same. Red states, blue states, everybody playing the blame game. From sea to shining sea, it's one big comedy. States of confusion. Lord have mercy on me. Drive through Missouri, show me state, turn state of misery. Gateway Arch standing tall over meth labs and barbecue misery. Kansas City steaks, but the heartland's feeling the squeeze. Fly over country getting forgotten, while the coasts do as they please. Show me the money, show me the job, show me where the hope went. Cause right now Missouri's just one long state of misery lament. Then there's California, sorry I mean California dream, where the stars all glitter and the taxes make you scream. Silicon Valley billionaires preaching save the planet from their jets, while homeless tents line the sidewalks and the middle class just forgets. Legal weed in the morning, illegal everything by night. California, where the sun shines bright, but the future ain't right. Now back to my own backyard, the great Michigan. Once Motor City muscle, now rust and regret on the brain. Detroit went bankrupt, but the taxes still keep on rising. Politicians promise jobs while the factories keep on closing. Great Lakes to glisten, but the economy's in the tank. Michigan, yeah, we're trying real hard, but we just keep falling back. And don't get me started on Illinois, the state of Illinois. Chicago, corruption running deep like that deep dish void. Politicians grinning while the taxes keep on rising high. Windy City blowing smoke, making honest folks wanna cry. Springfield to the suburbs, everybody's getting fleeced. Illinois is hell, yeah. This state's a straight up beast. Now we hit Texas, Lone Star State of Texas pride. Oil barons riding high while the grid fries nationwide. Austin weirdos dancing with cowboys in the heat. Border talking ballots can't keep the chaos off repeat. Big trucks, bigger hats, and politics that bite. Texas, yeehaw, freedom, but the power's out tonight. We're living in the states of confusion, from mass hysteria to California shore. State of misery in the middle, make a gate, and in Illinois forevermore. Red, blue, purple, we're all confused as can be. States of confusion, but it's still the land of the free. Lord have mercy. States of confusion, yeah, that's now status of the people we.
Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help.
Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.